Here we go. Okay. Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Maria Kelleher. I'm the marketing manager for SIGMAXIM. Excuse me. We're a PTC partner. We specialize in Creo automation solutions. And welcome to our webinar on maintaining legacy data models and systems with Creo automation. If you have any questions during the webinar, please press the Q&A button at the top of your screen and type in your question. We'll do our best to get to them at the end of our session. I'd like to introduce our speaker today, Brice Kou. Brice is a senior applications engineer at SIGMAXIM's office in France, and he specializes in providing custom Creo automation solutions. He's worked for many companies in different industries and different company sizes. I know he worked for Groupe Beneteau, he worked for Schaeffler. He's overseen this administration, support, and development of CAD and PLM tools, and he's also worked with overseeing the implementation of virtual reality. Brice has extensive experience in optimizing CAD processes. And today, Brice will be providing valuable insights into how to maintain various types of legacy assets with Creo automation. We challenge you to find an easier and more cost-effective solution that provides such an immediate ROI. Before Brice gets started, I'm just going to do a very brief introduction on SIGMAXIM. SIGMAXIM has been in business since 2001. We're headquartered in the Boston area. We're a global company. We have operations in Europe and Asia. We are a PTC software and services partner. We work exclusively with Creo, so we can really maximize the benefits of our solutions versus companies who only do a CAD agnostic approach. And, very interesting is that we have over 1 million Creo automation applications running worldwide. We're very proud of that. So again, SIGMAXIM specializes in Creo automation, and the way we look at that is as eliminating non-value added engineering work in Creo through automation. So what we do is we take what normally takes an engineer multiple steps to do, all those picks and clicks, and we put all that knowledge into an application that does the same thing with fewer steps. So not only does this optimize your design process, but it results in far fewer errors and faster time to market. Okay, so our methodology, we look at things, we look at different ways people do automation. We basically can do whatever you want to do, we can do with automation, but we take a look at the different ways people do automation. And since people have different requirements, we grouped our practices into different areas. These are just some areas. There are some people who do ETO, engineer to order, or CTO, configure to order type automation, and we call that our on-demand product build. We can automatically build products in Creo from inputs without user interaction by following your rules. And other customers don't have that need, but they have rules and processes they want to automate. We call that interactive automation. And then we've developed what we call virtual master model, which is an innovative way to eliminate the problems of very large and overloaded assemblies with nothing suppressed. We do have a webinar that's focused exclusively on that topic. If anyone's interested, just message us and would be happy to send you information on that. So again, we're the experts in automation. That's all we do, Creo automation. Our implementations are fast to get up and running. They give you an immediate ROI. We use a building block approach to automation. So no matter how large a product is, by using these small building blocks, which are smart objects containing all the rules inherent in those building blocks, we can put one block on top of the other and build large products. So this enables us to have infinite scalability. We can build and automate as big a product as you want. And this is a real game changer and something that in previous years was not possible. So anything that you can build in Creo, we can automate it. And also a game changer, we offer worry-free maintenance. Since We work exclusively with 𝗂𝗏. We have a very good relationship with PTC. We're able to maintain our platform and ensure it works in every future release of 𝗂𝗏. So you don't have to worry. You can rest assured that everything will work. You never have to worry with every new release of 𝗂𝗏. Everything will work. Okay, so now let's get to Brice and talking about legacy assets.
Thank you so much, Maya, for this introduction. It's very great for me to be here and to have the opportunities to show you this webinar. I am French, so my apologies for my accent and probably my bad words. So it's normal, I am French. So I will try to do my best today to introduce you this topic about legacy. What is legacy? What does it mean? You have a database. Maybe you have a PLM system or not. It depends. And your database consists of, you have some CAD files, maybe 𝗂𝗏 parametric files, maybe other kind of CAD files format, CATIA, SolidWorks, or something like that. And you need to collaborate with all these objects inside your database. But you have also inside your database a PLM system, maybe, probably, with your own architectures, with your own rules. And you need to manage all these rules and architectures. Okay? Your legacy, so your database, it's also all your documents, the documents related to your CAD methodologies, or maybe probably related to your manufacturing methodologies. Other kind of document constitute your database. And if you have some different factories around the world, but it's the same. You need to communicate between your factories. You need to have a clean database. You need to manage this database. Now, this is what we call the legacy. Okay. And thanks to this legacy, the goal for me today is to introduce you, okay, we have a legacy, but because of this legacy, day to day, we have a lot of challenge. We need to solve a lot of issues. And I want to show you today how, thanks to automation solutions provided by SIGMAXIM, you can solve or manage this kind of topics, not the legacy. Maintaining this database is a daily challenge in many ways. Probably you have some CAD administrator, and these administrators have to manage a large amount of data, depending the situation and the project you can have. For example, if you have a CAD PLM migration, the data must be converted, updated, so it can be, if you want to integrate all this data with efficiency, and if you want to get every time a clean database, it's a big challenge day to day. And I remember when I was CAD administrator in Beneteau, like Maria said, it was a very big challenge every day to check if everybody works with a clean library, with a clean database, and manage the exchange between the factories, between the supplier. It was a very good stuff. But also, if you have some internal project to standardize your database, but when you want to standardize your models, you want to standardize according some rules, according your methodologies, in terms of CAD methodologies, in terms also in terms of manufacturing methodologies, etc. You can have a drastic change inside your companies. For example, if you want to integrate a new ERP, you want to create the bridge between your PLM, your ERP, your CAD, maybe other kind of software. So, you need to manage that. How to do? This is the topic of today. And of course, for sure, the main goal of automation is to provide you a lot of kind of benefits. And one of these benefits is to reduce the human error, win time, win a lot of things you will see during this webinar. So this is all the challenge every day we have to maintain this database. So you can imagine this kind of tasks are very sensitive, take time, and it's fastidious. So you need to have inside your team some people know perfectly all your process to manage these kind of topics. So for a senior employee, it's feel like not a punishment, but you have so many tasks to do every day. Sometimes you need to manage your database in emergency. So to provide that, you can use some automation. And in meantime, the juniors can do more harm than good. So with people without a lot of experience inside your, according to your process, about your process, but it could be hard to manage this kind of topics. So this is why most of the time you can have a big to-do list, but that stays on your to-do list forever. So this is why using automation tools could help you a lot. So the goal for me today is to show you some quick example. We retrieve a lot of time the same topics in different customers. So I want to show you this example today. So maybe you understand that means we want to do mass action, because when you need to maintain a database, like your legacy, it's not only for one component, two components, it's maybe to maintain, you need to maintain or modify 1,000 components, 1,000 documents, 1,000 objects. So when it's come to modify this kind of data, it could be very hard to do and maybe impossible to do this kind of task thanks to a PLM robot, for example. Why? Because in fact, anything that affects the geometry or the topology of your models cannot be modified by a PLM robot, for example, if you use Windshield. Our solution can do it. So this is why that provides a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits, why? Because thanks to automation, you ensure compliance. You will be every time compliant with your rules. You have a permanent control of your data and processes. And you will be able to clean up your database, your full database, not only one or single component. And once again, the goal is to minimize the human action. Like that, you win time to do other kind of tasks. Support, innovation, you can imagine. So here, this is a quick list, of course, of benefits. Of course, you can have 1,000 benefits. It's really depend your strategy and your needs. This is another advantage of SIGMAXIM solution. We are focused on your needs. So all the automation, all the tools I will show you today, it's not fixed on the marble. Okay, it's only some quick example to show you what is possible to do. When you want to maintain something, you need first to choose your strategy. Maybe you want to convert, or you want to proceed one by one. Maybe you want to proceed folder by folder. Maybe you want to proceed directly with your full database. So you are totally free to choose your strategy. But the main goal is every time I want to do some specific action for a lot of kind of components, not only just specific. Okay, so let's go for the example. Today I want to introduce you different example. The first example is according the imports. To illustrate this, we are going to show you some concrete case. The first concern, a recurring problem, this is the importing data inside your system. You will see what happened. After other example, we want to show you how you can update easily and convert thousands of components quickly and easily. Okay? And I will introduce you a new process according to the model-based definition of the MBD process. Maybe you know, maybe not, maybe you will discover today. And the reverse is exactly the same. Okay, you have a clean database, but maybe, hey, you need to share this database with other people, internally or externally, with a supplier, with another department. So finally, thanks to automation, you will create bridge between offices, between departments, between factories, between you and your supplier and your customer. This is another advantage. So let's go for the first example, import data. For example, if you have a migration, or if you just buy a new factories, or if you receive 1,000 external data, but the first goal is to integrate this data inside your system. But when you want to do that, you want to get a clean result. Okay, so it's important to be able to keep control over the quality of your data. So you want to make sure your data maybe will have the same initial configuration in terms of parameters, layers, templates, relation, or other things. And maybe you want to be sure you have the good result according a lot of kind of condition, the type of component, maybe some attribute, maybe some dimension according to the topology, etc., etc. So for example, here, I have a strategy. My strategy consists, okay, I receive files from a supplier, from an external files. Here, this is the step files. And I want to import and integrate all these files in my system. So what happened? Here, my strategy is, okay, I select a set of files. And at the end, I get my files in my 𝗂𝗶𝗰𝗀𝗀, for example, but for each component, for each document, for each object, I will have the same initial configuration in terms of maybe features, start features, maybe in terms of, I don't know, materials, according the shape, according the topology, or other kind of attribute. I want to set a dedicated material. Maybe I want to be sure to have a set of attributes already good to be shared on Windshield, for example, with the specific values according some condition, according some relation. So finally, you get, in few clicks, a perfect data. Very clean and to be used immediately by for the users inside your company. Okay, so imagine, because I remember when I was CAD administrator, it was sometimes I was crazy because people import data on Windshield without clean this data, and that create a lot of pollution, and we lost a lot of time to repair a lot of assemblies, a lot of models because people doesn't clean the data. Thanks to automation, you can be sure all your data will be clean. Another topic consists to, okay, now I have the data, but because I change, the company changed the policy, or because maybe you change, I don't know, an ERP system, or you buy a new company, but you need to update your database. You need to create new parameter. You need to change the name of some existing parameter. You need to delete some features. You need to delete some relation. You need to clean your full database. So imagine if you have 1,000 and 1,000 components, you can do it manually one by one. Okay. If you need to change some geometry, some topology, you can't do it by a PLM robot. You can't. Thanks to SIGMAXIM automation solution, but we can do it. So here you will see an example. A quick example is, okay, I have already a database. Donc for this example, my database, this is an assembly, and I want to update a lot of things inside this assembly. Once again, you will have a dedicated solution for your needs. And here you see, in only one click, I set a new material for all the components. Maybe I can do exactly the same, but according some condition. Here now, I want to change everywhere a set of parameters. I want to change the values. I want to create new parameters, and according a strategy, maybe only inside my 𝗂𝗶𝗰𝗀𝗀 session, maybe inside a folder, etc., etc. Every time SIGMAXIM will provide you a GUI interface to be sure that it's according your needs. Okay, and here you see this process in meantime create some feedback reports to follow your process. So you can imagine a lot of things, Here we create a new relation, we delete a bad relation, etc. So we clean our database. Another process consists now, imagine that you have 1,000 drawings. Inside this drawing, you have some view, you have some dimension, etc., and you want to recreate all this, you want to push all this information inside your 3D models to create the MBD process, model-based design. Now you want to recreate inside your 3D models all the information you can see inside your 2D drawings, but not for only one component, maybe for 1,000 components. Okay. So, but let's go. Once again, and I insist, according your needs, we will provide you a custom solution. For example, here, what do you want to do finally? Do you want to create one combined view state by view you can check on your 2D drawing or not? Do you want to recreate only the 3D annotation or only the tolerances of geometric tolerances, etc., etc.? According your strategy, we will provide you a dedicated solution. So here you have the result. We recreate one combined view state by view. We will push all the 2D annotation inside the 3D, etc. So if you have this kind of process, it could be very interesting to, hey, okay, I have a new process and I want to update my database, but I can do it thanks to an automation. This kind of result, you can't get this result thanks to a PLM robot. Okay, now another scenario. Okay, I integrate new models with the initial configuration. I am very happy, but the job is not full finished. For example, here in this process, I have an assembly and I want to create sheet metal part because I need at the end to get a 2D drawings for sheet metal part with a flat view, with an export in DXF scale 1, and maybe create some reports to prepare the production, the manufacture. If you have only one or two models, okay, you can do it manually, but imagine if you have 1,000 components, it's not the same story. Okay, so this is the process I want to show you right now. Is I have an assembly. I want to detect according many conditions if this component I can convert or not into sheet metal part. If it's the case, in meantime, immediately you create a 2D drawing according some rules. I want to have a main view. I want to have projection view. I want to see the global dimension, etc., etc. And in meantime, I want to export my 2D drawing in PDF and in DXF scale 1 to be ready to be cut. So here we have our assembly. It's only an import without any sheet metal feature, without any sheet metal parameters, family tables, simple representation. And I want to search automatically what are the components ready to be converted inside sheet metal part, into sheet metal part. And for each component, recreate an immediate 2D drawing, recreate an immediate DXF file, recreate an immediate PDF file. This is a process. This process, it's not only a CAD process, it's also a manufacturing process, methodology process, metrology process, quality process. You see? And inside by each component, we create a simple representation or a family table. Once again, it's according your needs. This is a very big benefits of SIGMAXIM. We provide dedicated solution. And the last example, according to the legacy, the database, is, okay, now my database is clean, but I need to communicate with a lot of people, internally, externally. So I need to export some information from my database to the external. Imagine you want to convert your component for a supplier. You want to create a step file, CATIA file, SolidWorks file, all the format you can export or you can create manually in Creo, but we can automate it. And the same for the documentation. Sometimes we provide solution to create reports in Excel, XML file, JSON file, text file, a lot of kind of format. But the goal is I want to do a mass action for 1,000 components. I want to repeat the same process in only one click, or maybe thanks to a server on a dedicated PC, computer. You start the application the Friday evening, and Monday morning you have the result. But here a quick example. Inside this example, I have, once again, a big assembly. I want to check a lot of information inside each model. It could be attribute, it could be topologic information, geometric information, metadata information, a lot of kind of information, finally. All the information inside each model, but we can export it and create some report. Now, if here you have a report showing, okay, I have an extraction of all my parameters inside all my components. And now I want to export all my Creo parametric file inside a dedicated folder in step format, CATIA format, Creo view format, all the format you can use manually in Creo, but we can automate it. Finally, it's every time the same process. I have a process to respect, manufacturing CAD process. I want to repeat this process for a lot of components, but instead of do it manually, I can do it thanks to an automation. Okay, up. Now, the goal is to introduce you a real customer case. A real customer case, donc we have a customer, donc 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. They had in the past a big project because before use Creo parametric, they use AutoCAD. And inside AutoCAD, their AutoCAD database, they had 80,000 drawings. And the goal was, okay, now you use Creo parametric, but now I want to convert all this AutoCAD drawing in Creo parametric. And in the meantime, I want to extract all the parameters because the main goal is to reintegrate all this database inside Windshield. So imagine if you need to do it manually. It's crazy. So the project with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 was, okay, we are able to open your AutoCAD drawing inside Creo parametric. We are totally able to read all the information. We are totally able to change this information, maybe to reformat this information, and to push the result in Windshield. This project imported 80,000 documents from AutoCAD inside Creo, check, analyze each object, modify the parameters, and check inside into Windshield, only 3 days for SIGMAXIM. So direct feedback was, now standard Windshield functionalities can easily locate this once how to find drawings. But yes, thanks to Windshield, after you can manage your database. The immediate feedback from Steve Rodriguez was that compared to a manual process, SIGMAXIM automation was 1,000 times faster and cost less than 1%. Imagine if you need to do it manually. Totally different. So I can speak all my life about SIGMAXIM solution because I am a passionate people, but the goal now is to have an exchange with you. If you have any question, this is your time for you now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brice. Thank you very much for that informative session. If anyone has any questions, please press the Q&A button. We also have Charles Farah on the line. He's our technical director at SIGMAXIM, so he's also here and can also help answer your questions. Okay, so the first question is, what are the interactions with Windchill? Can you review or revise a model?
With Windchill, we can have a lot of interaction with Windchill. It's according your Windchill preference. We can do the basic action in Windchill, for example, check-in, check-out, retrieve model. We can also create or use advanced feature in Windchill thanks to web service. So it's possible. It's another kind of development. And but the best is if you have any ideas, we can discuss after this webinar to be sure if we can do something for you.
Okay. Does this solution fit any product?
Sorry, you can
Does
maybe,
this solution fit any product?
Yeah, of course. Here you see a solution only about legacy topic, but of course, if you have other kind of topic, but we can provide a lot of kind of automation solution. If you use career parametric, and if every day you lost time, or if you create errors, or if you need to increase this one, or this one, we can do it. We can provide solution.
If I may address this question, actually. So, this solution, everything that Brice was showing, basically work on a couple of our products. You know, one of them is a server, one of them is an automation engine for Creo. And what it does, it's an out-of-the-box product that handles interaction with Creo and Windchill. And basically, the complexity of the product or of the process is described within this product. And therefore, we can make it do whatever Creo is capable of doing by describing the process in a different way. So it works within the products, that those two products, and we describe the steps differently based on different customer process requirements.
Okay, thank you. So we have, is it possible to do the automation on replace the material in CAD files as a bulk replacement?
If I understand correctly, your question is you want to add some bulk objects inside your assembly, and you want to change in meantime some parameters inside this bulk object. And probably, if I understand maybe correctly, you want to assemble the same bulk object, but for each item you want to change individually the parameters. If it's good like that, if I understand correctly, yes, the answer is yes, we can do it.
Yeah. Another way of understanding this question is might be doing with the material item, like in ERP. And we also have the ability to communicate with different ERP system for taking up material and doing things like that. But that's our ability to communicate externally to external system from within Creo.
Okay, I think.
Yes, Claude, Matthias, you have also a question. Did I understand correctly that you can convert a drawing with pure dimension into 2D? Yes, including size, dimension, tolerance, geometric, into a full linear, including correct? Yes, exactly. The semantic. The semantic is a good topic. Yeah. Inside your 2D drawing, you have many kind of dimension. You can have dimension from sketch, or you can have dimension create manually inside your 2D drawings. If the dimension comes from the sketch, yes, we can recreate this dimension into the 3D models and search the right semantic and set the right semantic.
Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, we have a special offering on MBD. And one of the MBD offering that we have is a 2D to 3D conversion. So, so we have the ability to take 2D drawing and basically build the combination views with the with the annotation, with the proper semantics in them. So that is kind of an out-of-the-box product that we have. And obviously, we can then extend it with a lot of specialized things that you might want to do with it.
Okay, do you see this one? Is the automation written in some kind of script like Smart Assembly, and can it be done by users?
Yes, it is Smart Assembly, actually. So for those who asked, so the product that we write all our automation in Smart Assembly, Smart Design Server, those are our product that, because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. And these products, the biggest value that they provide, besides the wealth of what they can do with Creo, is that they're up to date to every release of Creo. So that we spend inordinate amount of time to ensure that every application that's written on the Smart Assembly, for example, Smart Design Server, will work with every release of Creo and every build of Creo. That's really the biggest accomplishment of SIGMAXIM in the last 5 years, is that otherwise we couldn't say that we have 1 million application that runs worldwide, because there's no way for us to maintain 1 million application. What we can maintain is these product that ensure these automation always work in every release of Creo. So yeah, it can be done by user. We train our users to do their own automation as well, or we do it ourselves. Depends what what the customer requires.
Okay. Do you see the there's some other things in chat here.
Okay, I was in the Q&A, so I go to chat.
Yeah, no, to deliver again an answer about the dimension created on the drawing do not work. No. All the item you create inside your 2D drawing, we are able to recreate it in the 3D models. If your 2D dimensions comes from the sketch, we are totally able to show this dimension inside the 3D model. If you create manually something, for example, if you pick, I want to have a dimension between this point and this point, but we are able to recreate a 3D annotation with the right semantic inside your 3D models. After we have a question or remark from Can. We use Creo in your design. We have
Yeah. So configurable product, 150 BOM maintained in Windchill. So here's a question from Feroz. So we use Creo in our design. We have a part-based configurable product structure with 150% BOM maintained in Windchill. The lower level component part have their CAD model linked to it generated in Creo. When we configure a variant out of a config, 150% BOM today, the variant at top level doesn't has a CAD visual. Yeah, I understand what you're doing. Okay, so basically, I think you probably hinting that you use options and variant to configure the different variant out of the EBOM, and it's a yes. Okay. So actually, we have another seminar that we've done last year about something called virtual master model. So out of Smart Assembly, Smart Design Server, we have the ability to pretty much build full assemblies without really having to make an overloaded assembly in Creo. The problem is that you can do that, but it's so hard to maintain this overloaded assembly. You can maintain an overloaded BOM, but it's so hard to maintain an overloaded assembly. And probably one of our biggest successful implementations for years on, maybe last 15 years, is when we implemented this concept called virtual master model. So the virtual master model means that rather than overloading an assembly with everything in it in order for us to create the 100%, we can basically define how objects and classes of objects go to each other externally to Creo and basically build them on the fly. That makes it much faster, much easier to maintain, much faster to build, and much lighter to build, because the biggest penalty of building these assemblies is downloading the object from Creo, so from Windchill. So actually, if you are interested in that concept, this is a whole practice that we do. That I mean, we should. Yes, the virtual master model. I guess you wrote it correctly in the chat. Yeah, and that's exactly. We should actually either go on our YouTube, check out this virtual master model concept, or actually even better is we talk to you personally and show you how it works. That by far is how. Yeah, I mean, we build very massive assemblies using that concept because management becomes quite easy.
And we talked about the bulk replacement, correct?
That
was in the Q&A.
There is in the Q&A. Okay.
Yeah, automation. Is it possible to do the automation on the replace material on the CAD files as a bulk replacement? I want to make sure that question was
possible to do in CAD file as a bulk replacement. Yes. So everything that you see here, as long as it doesn't require a user decision to happen, can be done in bulk without any user interaction. So as long as we are able to determine by rules that you provide how to make a process, we can pretty much apply the whole process in bulk. As a matter of fact, we can also do even CAD part replacement in bulk by providing the how things actually relate to each other. So yeah, bulk replacement is not a problem.
Okay. Okay, do we have any more questions or comments?
So there's a question coming. We're waiting for the typing.
The three little dots are going. Let's
Yes.
see. Oh, just thank you for the webinar. Thank you for the
good.
good
Okay.
session. Okay.
Yes.
Accolades, that's good too. Okay,
Yeah.
well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brice. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We will be sending a link to the webinar, and we will be posting it on YouTube, and so we'll send everybody the link. We're happy to get in touch with you to do a personal demo, answer all of your personal questions, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.